Hello everyone, and welcome to your new moon reading for the month of December in the sign of Sagittarius. My name is Jennifer with Aqua Mood for those of you that are new. Due to timing constraints, I am doing a pick a card post for this month's new moon reading. Same format, same deal. Instead, I'm going to let you guys pick. So each card that is laid out is going to be the center card or the main message of this new moon's reading. And also, as a reminder for those of you that are new, these are energies that are going to be transpiring from new moon to new moon, which is basically middle of December all the way through middle of January. We're going through the eclipse, we're going through the holidays, we're going through the New Year's. It's a lot of energies, so take your time in picking a card, whether you need to get heart-centered or take a deep breath. I'm going to explain each crystal really quick. Pile 1 is fluorite. Pile 2 is Larimar. Pile 3, card 3 is peridot, and card 4 is celestite. So go ahead and pick your card, and I'm going to be putting timestamps down below. And also, I will also still be doing the collective energy clearing that I do every month. So if you find that this reading resonates, I invite you to check out that energy clearing as well. And I also invite you to follow me over on Instagram. I do pick a card post over there too. All right, guys, we'll see you at the readings. Hello there, card 1 peoples. You guys picked fluorite, card 1. And so fluorite is a stone of clearing obstacles and aligning to your soul path. So I'm wondering if that'll have anything to do with your reading, but let's go ahead and get started right away. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated with all the cards so that we can get right into it. Okay, fluorite group. At the center of your reading, you have surrender your fear to change. So this reading is going to revolve around changes that might be coming up for you. On a conscious level, you have surrender the habit of people pleasing. On a subconscious level, you have surrendering to receiving support and love. Required for resolution, you have surrender your attachments to results. In outcome, you have surrender obsessive thinking. And that is a loud warning, yes. All right, so with the center of your reading being surrender fear to change, I'm going to read it to you. It says, the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship. If you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So I feel like some of you guys feel, I'm having like the vision of like a waterfall, like right before you're about to let go, like right before you're ready to fall into like calm and clear waters. But there is that nervousness, that anxiety, that holding on because it's just too scary to let go. On a conscious level, you have surrender people pleasing. So some of you might know that you tend to have people pleasing habits. Some of you might know that you tend to think of others first. Some of you might know or are working through learning to put yourself first, learning to put your own needs first, learning to put like learning to fill your own cup before you are doing things for others. This is stuff you know already, that you very well might be working through on a conscious level. On a subconscious level, can you allow yourself to receive support and love? It's like, how are you, if you are constantly in a space of giving, if you are constantly in a space of catering to others, how does that open you up to have others cater to you? Where are you making space to allow for your loved ones to give love back? And love can be in your nuclear family, it can be in friends, it can be co-workers that have your back. But are you letting them? Do you allow it? Do you express it? Has anybody ever offered help to you and you're like, no, I'm okay? And think of how that might potentially make someone feel if you're not open to receiving their support and love. And allowing yourself to receive support and love, it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you are engaging in healthy relationships where you care for others and they care back for you. And so this is a big lesson that's going to be bubbling up from this new moon all the way to the next new moon, which is approximately a month long, but they run from like middle to month to middle to month. At the bottom of your reading, which is required for resolution, you have surrender your attachments to results. So you might be fearing change because you think it has to look a certain way, or you think you have to take certain steps, or you think that unless you do this, A, B, and C to get D. But this is telling you that you're holding on too tight. You're being too controlling of the outcome. Like you're trying to micromanage the universe so that you can get to where you think you should be. But what if you are not even thinking of the best case scenario and you're keeping yourself stuck in an okay scenario? It's like you want to change, you want to shift out of your circumstance, but only if you know exactly how it's going to look like. Because if you don't know, it's bringing up like too much fear. And understand that's just like the ego doing what the ego does, right? Because that's pushing you into obsessive thinking. You might be obsessive thinking right now, overplaying scenarios, wondering what you can do, maybe even calculating like every possible worst case scenario or result. But if you can allow yourself to be surprised, to let go of some of that grip, to allow others to nurture you, right? I can see you like almost like letting go of the reins a little bit. It's gonna help pull you out of the obsessive thinking. It's gonna help bring more peace to your head space. But also as you shift more into like your heart space, or get more grounded in your body, it'll help from like your brain having to do all the work, because we are like mind, body, spirit. And when you have obsessive thinking that comes up, or even migraines for some of you, it's because you're just running on your mind alone, or you're purely making your mind fully responsible for like how you act and what you do. All right, let's go ahead and pull tarot to get clarity on all these energies. That was the High Priestess. I'm gonna do two more. So for this part of the reading, we're going to look at the energies that are being surrendered and the energies that are coming up. So at the center of your reading, you have the Hermit as being surrendered, and you have the Three of Wands coming up. So if some of you guys have been in hermit mode, in isolation, if some of you guys have been doing a lot of internal work, of going within, of doing soul searching, of keeping to yourself, of trying to figure something out, you won't be in that space for much longer. There's going to be a transition where your energy shifts into Three of Wands, where your energy shifts, or you're being encouraged to shift your energy into looking towards the future, into looking towards what you really want, into allowing yourself to let that dream, to let that vision, to let, even if it's just a desire for how you want to feel, let's just say you just want to feel happy. And so that is the vision, that is the feeling, that is the goal that you set to allow yourself to shift into as you transition through this, through these holidays, through this next 30 days. Being surrender is King of Swords. Coming up for you is the Seven of Cups. Whew. So, for some of you, you're having to let go of operating solely with your thinking mind. Some of you guys might be very logical. Some of you guys might be very brainy, for lack of a better word. And operating from that space is, I feel like it's only like partially operating, like you're only using one cylinder of three. And instead, you're being pushed to like open your crown chakra. There is a lot of purple that is out here for you guys right now. And allow yourself to operate from a space of receiving higher guidance. This is not an overnight thing, but this is where you are being pushed to. However, this is bringing up Seven of Cups energy, which could be confusion. It could feel like self-doubt. It could feel like uncertainty. It could feel like you don't have options. It could feel like you get overwhelmed by just having so many or any undefined amount of options. But it's bringing confusion and it's bringing uncertainty. And it's uncertain because it is still revolving around others. It is still revolving around what would people think, or is it conventional, or would it inconvenience my family or my friends should I go down this path or down these choices. So that's where the confusion is almost being self-created, because you're putting others first without fully acknowledging your own needs. Being surrendered is Three of Cups. Coming up for you is the Five of Swords. So again, some of you guys might have been going through a difficult time, either with friends or with family, and it is bringing up a lot of heartache, is bringing up a lot of sadness. A lot of people are going through awakenings or realizations at this time, and so having to confront that or having to look at that can bring heartache. It can bring sadness. It can bring grief. Again, it's a general reading, so there's a lot going on, and you might be feeling like your happiness has been missing, or you might feel like if you do tap into any happiness, it's fleeting and it doesn't stay for long. And that's why you're being pushed to allow yourself to anchor into your support system, even if that is asking for support and love from your spirit guides. Because it's like you don't have to grieve alone. You don't have to go through processing any situations on your own either. You have Surrender, 5 of Cups, and coming up for you is the Sun. And so this is such a beautiful card to have here. If you can surrender your attachment to results, if you can surrender the idea of having like a fixed plan on how your things are gonna go, it's gonna help you release any lingering or staggering sadness that you might still be holding on to. Maybe the fall or the summer brought about very difficult situations, and there's still like lingering resentments or like lingering just lingering heartaches that you're ready to let go of, that you're ready to surrender. And that's going to help bring in the Sun. It's going to help bring in clarity and illumination and happiness and transformation for you. It's going to help raise your energy, but it's coming on the upside of you softening up, of you letting go of some of like that control. Being surrendered is the Ace of Cups. Coming up for you is the 9 of Cups. So some of you guys might be single. Some of you guys might have been gone or might have gone through like a difficult breakup or separation, because you have Ace of Cups is being released. So while you might have wanted a new beginning or a new relationship, or even if you've been thinking of wanting a new relationship, 9 of Cups is coming up to say not quite right now. Like, you are gonna get what you want and you are gonna get your wish, but allow divine timing to happen for those of you that do want a new relationship. For others of you, you're gonna get a different wish. It's like, if you can think to yourself, like, of all the wishes that your heart holds, one of them is gonna come through for you, and this brings happiness, this brings joy. This might even come around at the full moon. I don't even know what like astrological things are going on right now, but that's about 2 weeks from now. So if you can get yourself to soften, if you can get yourself to raise your vibration, that is really going to help you out over the first 2 weeks. Okay, we're going to pull out more tarot. To clarify these energies a little bit more. We're going to look at the energies on the left as all the energies that are being released, and then we'll look at the energies on the right as energies coming up. So at the center of your reading, you have 7 of Michael, which is 7 of Swords, and it says there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So again, no more doing things alone, no more being in isolation, no more putting yourself in a cave, if you will, as a form of coping. Not that alone time is wrong, but when you're doing it to the point where it's like to your own detriment, you're being asked to shift out of that. You are releasing the 3 of Ariel, And it says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So again, this might be talking about you letting go of like these people-pleasing habits in your work environment, family environment, but also letting go of not operating from your heart space, right? You're being asked to tune into what you love, even if you're not doing a full career transition, but just the fact that you're allowing yourself to practice things that you love. Being surrendered is strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So again, whichever situation might be bubbling up or that has been bubbling up, it's asking you to be more gentle with yourself. It's asking you to forgive yourself. For some of you, I'm getting to let go of any like lingering shame or guilt that might be weighing heavily on you. Or needing to always put on a strong face or pretend that you're okay. That's also being asked to be released. We are releasing 2 of Ariel, which is 2 of Pentacles. So again, any energy of back and forth, any energy of not feeling quite grounded or quite balanced, any energy of like not feeling like your 2 feet are on the ground, that is going to be released as well. We're letting go of that yo-yoing or that wobbling, and letting go of that sadness that's keeping you stuck. And you have the Chariot as being released. And it says determination, self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success for others. So some of you guys might be wanting to just go ahead and move forward and charge ahead and get on with a certain situation or get on from where you are. But this reading, it's saying not quite yet. There's things that you haven't quite understood. There's things that you are still working on. There are things that you need to embody a little bit more, such as allowing yourself to receive or to not be solely giving, before you can make the forward progress that you want. At the center of your reading, you have 5 of Gabriel, which is 5 of Pentacles. And this is a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So this card is asking for you to have a lot of discernment over the next full lunar cycle. It's asking you to pick your battles, to be very mindful of what deserves your energy. Is a certain situation or potential argument, is it going to leave you drained and feeling empty? Or does it deserve an explanation? Does it deserve a conversation? Because you should be prioritizing dreaming. You should be prioritizing saving your energy for manifesting, looking towards the future, getting clear on what you want. And if you spend a lot of time engaging with heavier energies, it's going to deter you away from that. So if there is a challenge that you encounter, maybe stepping back might be the best choice, or maybe having an honest conversation might be the best choice. You're being asked to have discernment. You have King of Michael coming up for you under people pleasing, and it says wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. And so it is really funny because this card is this card as well. So you have both this energy like coming up very strongly for you, but this is asking you to release the shadow sides of this energy, release the parts of you. I'm like, some of you guys might be facing your own stubbornness, So it's like release the parts of you that are rigid and unyielding and that are cold and non-communicative, and can you embrace embrace the lighter sides of this, where you are a person of integrity, where you are communicative, where you can be rationalized or where you can rationalize with others, not at your own expense though, still within your own boundaries. A lesson in boundaries might be something that you're working through right now as well. And you have the Justice card coming up for you. It says fight for justice or inequality, rulings made in your favor, don't give up. So whatever this situation on the left that has been bringing you any type of heartache or sadness, things are going to balance out. They're going to be and like it's going to be okay for you. It's going to work out for you. It's going to be fair. Again, like the coping mechanism or a way of coping is to allow yourself to have others hold you during this time, or to be of support. And you have 8 of Ariel coming up for you, and it says take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education and training. So have you been working towards a certain goal or career or a craft, and this message is coming through to to keep going at it. Don't abandon it. Don't put it on the back burner while you work through all these other energies or all these other situations and your own feelings and dealing with others. So keep going. Some of you guys might need additional training or learning or practicing or working on your craft. This is slow and steady progress, and it is going to bring you happiness. It is going to bring you a level of peace to know that you didn't abandon this part or this project or this goal over the next 30 days, even if it's slow progress, because it's going to bring you that new beginning that you've been wanting in money. It says a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. So this is it's Ace of Wands, and so it's like you're getting your breakthrough. You're gonna get, if you've been feeling like sluggish, if you've been feeling sad, if you've been feeling low or uninspired or not so happy, it's coming. You're getting there. That wish fulfillment, that breakthrough in energy, that boost in health or vitality. Give it a month, right? There's things for you to work through this time. So again, I would say this message overall is about you learning to let go, you learning to have discernment of where you need to speak up or where you need to allow help to come through for you, and allowing yourself to be guided during this season. All right, I'm going to pull one chakra card to close out your reading. And it is a heart and root chakra stone. It is moss agate. I'm going to read it to you. It says stability, persistence, and grounding. Moss agate is the stone of nature's peace and abundance. It reminds you that there is always a silver lining to each cloud. You have pulled this card as a reminder to be resilient in the pursuit of your higher purpose and embrace the grounding, calm, and stable energy of Mother Earth along the way. Meditate with moss agate to balance mood swings, instill patience, and build a better determination to handle life's challenges. So again, I think this is also coming in as support for any difficult situations that you might be juggling or going through as well, to help you stay grounded, to help you stay open-hearted, because you are moving into a new beginning. You are moving into a wish fulfillment and new energy. All right, and it did talk a little bit about being guided towards your soul purpose. And I think those are baby steps where you're being guided to as well. All right, card 1, Fluorite Group. I'm going to leave it right there. Hope this message resonated with you. And again, I invite you to check out the collective energy clearing if it did. We will see you guys next month. Bye-bye. Hello there, card 2 peoples, or those of you that picked the Larimar stone. This Larimar stone, I normally see it as a stone of like tempering your emotions. I think of the Temperance card when I think of this stone. But it's also, it's a stone that's made of both like fire and water. People need to scuba dive like into caves to like dig or mine out this stone because it was like the lava that got trapped underwater. So some of you guys might be water and or fire signs or have prominent placements. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the reading. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated with all the decks so that we can get started right away. All right, group 2. At the center of your reading, you have surrendered to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Some of you guys are tired. Some of you guys have been doing a lot. Some of you guys have been working really, really hard. And so if you can allow it, if you can afford it, you're being asked to prioritize resting and sleeping. We are shifting into winter months, right? And so hibernation time is kind of your medicine. On a conscious level, you have surrendered your attachments to results. And this is talking about some of you guys might be working on certain projects, or some of you guys might have certain goals, or some of you guys might be on a mission to get something done. But you're being asked to loosen the grip a little or loosen the reins a little. Don't be so controlling of the outcome, or don't be so attached to the outcome. Like, allow yourself to be surprised, allow yourself to be awed, allow yourself to be charmed, allow yourself to dream again, whether that's physically dreaming or letting your imagination take off. Instead of having a laid out plan that it's either going this way or it's not going to happen at all. On a subconscious level, you have surrendered to play. It says take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. You guys are really, really being asked to slow down. You're really being asked to prioritize your well-being. You're being asked to make time for play, and you cannot say that sleeping or resting equals playtime. These have to be two different activities. I'm getting it's gonna help shift some of like stagnant energy. It's gonna help bring some lightness into your life. Maybe laughter has been missing from your life. So can you consciously create opportunities where you can play, and that can be whatever makes you happy, indoors, a walk, completely personal. But this is coming in as like key guidance to you during this time. And again, these are readings and energies that are going to be transpiring from new moon to new moon. So we're looking at a full lunar cycle here till the middle of January. And in the center, or at the bottom of your reading, You have surrender unhealthy relationships. And I'm going to read this one to you. It says, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. So this resting, this letting go of, this need to play is going to come in as your support to letting things go. And for some of you that might be thinking, well, I don't have a relationship to let go of. Is there a way or a dynamic you have with yourself that you can let go of? Are you too critical? Are you judgmental? Do you push yourself too hard? Do you put yourself last? Do you not prioritize your joy? It's normally whatever came to mind first is what it's talking about. But again, this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates. And you have surrender, frustration on the other side. And I'm going to read this one to you as well. It says, frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may calmly approach the situation more calmly. So again, this is talking about like tempering that emotion. Some of you guys might be feeling first frustrated that something's not working out. Maybe you've been at something a long time or you just don't see a way out, and it bogs you down, right? So again, to get yourself out of this, you're being asked to slow down, to invite rest and sleep and peace and play into your life, to help pull you out of surrendering that frustration. Like, what does the opposite of frustration look like to you? Is that calm? Is that energized? Is that grounded, centered? All right, let's clarify all these energies. All right, the cards on the left are talking of the energies that are being surrendered. Cards on the right are the energies coming up. So at the center of your reading, you have the moon as being released and the Three of Swords coming up. So again, can you surrender to that rest and sleep? But also, some of you guys might have been going through like a lot of confusion, a lot of shadow or heavier energies, but you're not going to be in this space for long. It's like, can you allow yourself to invite more truth and more honesty and more sincerity and more clarity into your life? And the truth might hurt a little. Or you might have recently found out some things or some truths that might have been a little bit hurtful. And so in order for you to integrate some of this information, some of these shifts, some of these truths about yourself, about others, you're being asked to rest, right? Drink a lot of water. I'm like, this reading is going to be very internal. I'm getting surrendering the Three of Wands on a conscious level. And coming up for you is the Two of Swords. This to me is talking about you might be getting a little ahead of yourself. You might be clinging or looking so far into the future that you can't really see the next step in front of you. You might be making yourself accidentally overwhelmed with looking so far ahead that it's kind of keeping you maybe even stuck or unable to see the reality of things, or unable to break things down into like little logical steps because you're kind of overwhelming yourself, or you are trying to again control the outcome or control the result, that it's just keeping you stuck. And so if you can allow yourself to surrender some of that control, allow yourself again to be awed or charmed, it's going to help shift you out of this energy, but also help bring you back to center. You're releasing 10 of Wands. Coming up for you is the Lovers. And so you might have recently put down something that was very heavy, something that was burdening you, something that was weighing you down. And if you haven't, you're getting there. You're about to. This could potentially transpire again from this new moon all the way to the next new moon. So what is weighing on you? What's heavy on you? What's slowing you down? What are you ready to let go of? Because on that other side, I'm getting it's like a newfound love for yourself. I always see the Lovers as like coming into wholeness and union with yourself, like balancing both that male and feminine energy within you, and still being like divinely connected and within alignment within your own spirit. And I'm getting that playing, like the activities are playing, are going to be helpful, and you coming back to center with yourself. Like that's like, where have you been, right? Like maybe you feel like you've been missing. Being released is the Hierophant, and coming up for you is the Page of Wands. So some of you guys are being asked to surrender to help. Some of you guys are being encouraged to allow yourself to meditate, to seek spiritual guidance, to seek counseling, to develop a spiritual practice. And some of you guys might be resisting it a little. Some of you guys might not want to look at that, but it is coming up for you. And you have the Page of Wands coming up, and this is talking about like a new energy of student coming up for you. It's talking about allowing yourself to be new at something, allowing yourself to see yourself as learning, like allowing yourself to see yourself as an apprentice, to let go of some of like that judgment or shame or like criticism that might be still holding you down. For others of you, it's also allowing yourself to be honest about what those relationships are that you might need to let go of, and being very gentle with yourself in the transition. No need for hastiness. Being released is the Seven of Swords. Coming up for you is the Page of Cups. I'm like, on the other side of this, I'm getting, this is all pushing you to become a more authentic person. It's pushing you to become more authentic with yourself. No longer operating in a space where you're being dismissive of yourself, or no longer putting yourself last, no longer entertaining dynamics or situations that are untruthful or deceitful or insincere or harmful to you. So this is all being left behind. Again, like there's a heavy burden that's also being left behind. And you have Page of Cups coming up for you. So it's like you're becoming a new way of being emotionally as well. It's like you're learning what vulnerability is on a new level. You're learning how to be giving from a more sincere space, from a more authentic space. Not that you were an unsincere giver, but it's more of being able to give from a full cup. And with 2 pages coming up, it's almost like there's this new you that's being reborn, that is learning to operate in new ways, that is learning to operate from a space where you are more passionate and you are more emotionally whole. All right, let's pull more tarot to clarify all these energies. I'm like, what signs like their sleep? Is that Taurus? Is it Pisces that loves their bed? This is a very, very internal reading. So it's all about you, this lunar cycle. All right, we're going to look at the cards on the left as energies being released, and then we'll look at the cards on the right as energies coming up. Yeah, and at the center of your reading, you have 6 of Michael, which is 6 of Swords, and it says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief, and make new plans, relocation, and travel. And so this is just coming in as a reminder, you're almost there, right? You are leaving stormier times, you are leaving shadowy times, you are leaving darker waters, darker skies. But maybe it was tough. You have surrender perspective, and it says there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So if some of you guys have been feeling a little bit stuck, or feeling again like you're not going anywhere or making any progress, it's for a reason, right? You've needed a change in perspective. There were other things that needed to come into your awareness, for you to understand things differently, to see things differently, to even see yourself differently. You have 4 of Ariel as being released, which is 4 of Pentacles. So again, some of you guys might have been holding on very near and dear to something very heavy. Some of you guys might have been clinging to something very heavy, unwanting to let go of, in fear of change, but not anymore. I'm getting you're ready to move past this. You have Ace of Raphael as being released, and this is Cups energy. So some of you guys might have been wanting a new relationship, a new romantic connection, but I'm getting, or some of you guys might have wanted a certain relationship to work out and it didn't. Not that you won't have that relationship that you want or that romantic connection that you wanted, but you are being asked to let go of either your expectation of something or that relationship altogether. Being released is the Queen of Gabriel, which is the Queen of Wands. I get confused with these colors. It says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. So again, some of you guys might have been feeling like your light has been missing, or have been feeling a little bit tired or depleted, or just like there's no internal fire running, but not no more. Like this energy of resting, of playing, it's all trying to like reconnect you back to yourself. Like this season is trying to get you to rejuvenate yourself, to learn how to rejuvenate yourself. You have 9 of Michael coming up at the center of your reading. It says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So again, some of you guys have been very much in the thinking mind, or also when you are running on little sleep and rest, it gives way for your mind to obsessive think even more. So you're being asked not to worry. You're being asked to be in a space of trust. And so having that rest and sleep is going to be very helpful to you for helping you navigate this lunar cycle. You have 3 of Raphael coming up, which is 3 of Cups, and it says reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this is again asking you to make time to celebrate. It's asking you to make time to be with your friends. It's asking you to prioritize any fun that you can potentially create for yourself in this lunar cycle. You have Queen of Michael coming up, and it says brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. I'm getting that those are your personality traits that you haven't been fully embodying. It says you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than your relationships. Again, I'm being told that there is a need to prioritize on your goals and dreams, but not at the cost of prioritizing your emotional and physical well-being. And again, you are being asked to let go of any romantic encounters or not prioritize again unhealthy relationships. You have 7 of Ariel, which is 7 of Pentacles. And it says you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So if some of you guys are, again, working on a certain goal, slow and steady progress, slowly but surely. Don't feel like you have to get everything done this month or it's not going to happen. The key is in consistency. So it's coming, that success is coming, that progress is coming, but slow and steady progress, right? There is rest that needs to be prioritized. Yeah, and you have 6 of Ariel, and look at that, it's bringing your balance. It says material needs get fulfilled with magic. Let me read it again. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. And so again, this is talking about bringing that balance back to the type of giver that you are. Bringing that balance of where you are giving from a full cup. There is a shift in how you operate that is happening for you. It's just going to take some time, right? There's things that need to unfold. There are truths to understand. You are being asked to have gratitude during this time. No need of forcing or pushing or needing to make anything happen. All right, I'm going to pull one chakra card to close out the reading. And it is a heart chakra stone of self-love, balance, and integration. It says its Untitled Chapter is the stone of divine feminine grace and self-love. It helps you remember to treat yourself with loving care. You have pulled this card because you need a renewal of your patience and perseverance, and to treat yourself with loving kindness. Meditate with Untitled Chapter to heal your heart integrate your emotions and find unconditional love for yourself. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. There is no burnout, right? There is self-love, there is self-care, there is a renewal in the relationship with yourself. I'm getting like a new level of self-respect or appreciation for yourself that's bubbling up. And again, it reminds me of that Lover's card that's talking about you coming into more wholeness with yourself. All right, Larimar Stone card 2 people. I'm going to leave it right there. I hope these messages were helpful to you. Have a wonderful new moon, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Bye. Hello, card 3 peoples. Those of you that picked the Peridot stone. I don't know too much about peridot, but I do know that it is known to bring money. So I invite you guys to do your own research if you are curious to learn more about this stone. But as always, I've already pre-shuffled and meditated with all the decks so that we can get right into the reading. I did get that some of you might be working on just learning more about yourselves or needing to learn more about yourselves. All right, group 3. At the center of your reading, you have surrendered to non-action. It says, now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So this is to me a card about just being. This might not be a cycle of doing, forcing, getting, chasing. Can you just be? Can you just enjoy the present moment? On a conscious level, you have surrendered fear. Let go of the fearful stories you were telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Again, there might be on a conscious level like a lot of fears, a lot of worries, a lot of fear of the unknown, fear of like if you don't hurry up and do something, maybe it's going to get away from you. On a subconscious level, you have surrender the habit of people pleasing, and it says speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make others happy. So during this cycle, you might be needing to look at the parts of you that put others first. You might be needing to look at where you might be not choosing yourself first, where you might be betraying yourself, where you might be abandoning yourself in order to keep the peace, in order to not shake things too much, in order to not upset others, in order to not risk someone not having love for you. Like there is some like heavier soul work that you're being pushed to do, which is why you're being asked to not be in a space of forcing and doing and making things happen. We're shifting into winter time now, and that's a time for hibernation, for reflecting, for going within, replenishing. Come spring, you're able to go at it again and start a whole new cycle. Yeah, you have surrendered to complete healing. Once fully, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Yeah, can you allow yourself to prioritize your healing? Can you allow winter time to be a time of healing, of being? On the other side of this, you have surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it as it is will bring you peace. So again, there's that fear that might be bubbling up, that kind of like a restless feeling, an anxiousness, a nervousness. And it makes you want to like hurry up and run away from it. But it's like, can you bring yourself to the present moment so that you're not missing out on what is in front of you? Can you allow yourself to continue healing? Can you allow yourself to look at yourself with more depth instead of hurrying along to rush on to the next thing or the next project or chasing that goal? All right, so we're going to pull some tarot to clarify these energies. At the center of your reading, you have Surrender, 5 of Cups. Wow, coming up for you is the High Priestess. Surrendering, 5 of Cups is we are letting go of sadness. We're letting go of hurtful situations that have brought us grief, situations that have left us feeling alone. If you have been feeling that heavy sadness, it's like no wonder you want to run away. No wonder you want to hurry up and move to the next thing. But it's like you still have fear of moving on, and it's causing almost like an internal friction of wanting to run away, but you can't. Part of the surrendering to the non-action, being present, being centered with yourself, is there's a third eye awakening happening for you. There is like you're getting an intuition upgrade. The High Priestess is a card of intuition. High Priestess is a card of connecting to your higher self. In this case, it's also a card of transformation. It's a card of leveling up. So if things have been difficult, if healing is required, if looking at shadow aspects of yourself are being brought up, it's for a reason, right? You're being pushed to evolve into the next version of you. On a subconscious level, you have the Death card. Coming up for you, being released is the Death card, and coming up for you is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Death card doesn't mean an actual physical death. I would never bring that forward in a message. This is talking about your transformation, surrendering to your transformation, not being afraid of who you are becoming, because you're becoming this, right? If you see like the butterflies that are carrying up, it's because this is who you're becoming: more intuitive, more centered, more empowered, lighter, happier, creative. But you're still kind of swimming in the fear. You're still like swimming in the hesitation. So if you can surrender that fear that's hindering your transformation, you have an Ace of Pentacles coming. An Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in money. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be a new offer. This could be maybe a new money idea at the starting of a new class. Something that's going to push you towards new sources of income or joy. And there is this like this opportunity bubbling, right? But your own fears are almost blocking it. You have surrendered to the Four of Cups. Wow, coming up for you is King of Pentacles. Four of Cups is talking about some of you guys might be feeling disappointed. Some of you guys might be feeling disillusioned. Some of you guys might be feeling like you made the wrong turn or you made the wrong choices and you're still kind of stuck, maybe even reminiscing about something and how it panned out or how it should have panned out or how things should have gone. And it's just been leaving you in a space of discontent. But in this space of discontent, you're being asked to look at where your habits or your way of being have actually been putting yourself second. But this is energy that is looking to be released, let go of, so that you can move forward and away from this, because you have another money card coming up for you. And this is King of Pentacles, and this is the highest the money card, that's where that's playing. It's like a full realization of yourself. Like King of Pentacles is somebody that is grounded, somebody that is successful, somebody that has their own money, with their own responsibilities. They might be caring for a family or caring for a business, but they're very much in their power, especially when it comes to their own money and their own resources. So as you shift into prioritizing yourself and pleasing others, for some of you, that might be speaking with more authenticity. You are shifting into this new beginning of money, and you are shifting into becoming the full embodiment of this card. Releasing Page of Pentacles. Coming up for you is the Eight of Swords. But it's like your mind has been keeping you trapped. Maybe you feel like your circumstances have been keeping you trapped. Eight of Swords often is a card of feeling stuck or bound or unable to move forward by your circumstances, by a situation that you've been in. So is there a certain person that makes you feel this way? Is there a certain dynamic? Is there a job, an inability to do something? You're being asked to look at those dynamics and how much power you're giving to it on a mind level, and consider an alternative. Consider going about it a different way so that you can feel free and expansive with options, looking towards the future, looking towards new horizons, to new opportunities, instead of feeling completely closed off and stuck and bound. It's like you're not giving yourself enough power, or you're not giving yourself enough credit for your true strength and power, for your true knowingness, for your intuition, for your own connection. And you have Surrender, Page of Pentacles. And so some of you guys might be feeling afraid to start over. Some of you guys might be afraid to be a student again. Some of you might be afraid just to learn new things. And so again, be very mindful, very aware of where you're letting fear run this show. And this is why you're being asked to do non-action, because there is a lot of awareness and understanding of yourself, of the dynamics in which you engage in, to come to the light. You have Surrender as Seven of Pentacles, and you have Page of Swords coming up. So again, Seven of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be feeling like you've been putting in work and you're not really getting like the abundance or the fruition or the reward that you want. And it's coming. It is coming. You're just going to have to be a little bit more patient. You're going to have to address other areas of your life and just kind of surrender to divine timing, or surrender any anxiousness of wanting something to manifest already. That's why you're being asked to kind of accept it for what it is. Get present to what your situation is. to let go of I should have been here by now, I should have been doing this by now, this shouldn't have happened, if only I had done XYZ, right? It's keeping you either like stuck in the past or pushing you into fears of situations that haven't happened and taking you away from the present moment. And so allowing yourself to pause, to move slower, to heal, to observe, it's going to put you in Page of Swords energy, which will bring you clarity, understanding, just more, like, yeah, just more clarity, like a new understanding of yourself and your situation. So let's pull more tarot to clarify all these energies. So for this part, we're going to look at the cards on the left of energies being released, and then we'll look at the cards on the right for energies coming up. At the center of your reading, you have surrendering the Lover's card, and it says, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So some of you might be letting go of a relationship, and that's what's bringing a lot of sadness. But for others of you, if it's not the case, it's letting go of it's like letting go of being disconnected from your heart. It's like letting go of not operating from your heart space. So to say that in a positive way, it's like starting to embody operating from a fully heart-centered, connected self or you. On a conscious level, you have the Ace of Ariel, which is the Ace of Pentacles, and it says it's your lucky day, new resources of money, of time or support, a change in job and promotion. And so for some of you guys, this is what you truly, truly wish for. It's what you truly want, that new beginning in money, that promotion, that shift in income. And it's coming, but let go of like the timing. Understand that the person that gets this new job, this new opportunity, comes on the other side of this transformation, comes on the other side of change. It's basically, it's a new you that gets this new coin, this new money. You have 10 of Raphael being released. So this is 10 of Cups in this deck. And so some of you guys might be feeling sad over family dynamics. Some of you guys might be letting go of, again, like a romantic relationship or the breaking up of a family. Some of you guys just might be dealing with difficult dynamic situations within your nuclear family, and that's been a source of a lot of sadness, a lot of discontent. And you have the Knight of Raphael as being released, and it says committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Again, some of you guys might be feeling heartbroken. Some of you guys just might be letting go of like heavier emotional heartache. I was going to say baggage, but that kind of is too. And that's all part of your healing that you're still going through. And letting go of Ace of Michael, which is Ace of Swords. And so when you're surrendering this, this is talking about being okay with not knowing everything, being okay with not having the full picture, the full aha, or the full understanding of why did this happen, why did that have to play out that way. It's like you still don't quite know, there's still things unfolding. You'll get a little bit of clarity at the end of this cycle, but you might not have the full picture. But it doesn't have to stop you from prioritizing your healing or from becoming heart-centered. At the center of your reading, you have the moon, and it says the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And I am getting that the full moon is going to be very enlightening for you guys. But again, you're getting a double message of being connected to your intuition. You're getting a double message of, because it's also, it's not the same card, but it is the same message in this reading. You're getting that message of connecting to your higher self and facing your fears too. That's a double message. So what are your fears? Are they realistic, or are you letting past case scenarios dictate your future? And that's what's keeping you stuck, right? It's like you're anchoring into the worst case situation and letting that idea run the show and your life. And you have new beginnings coming up, and it says starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Again, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. There's a lot of closings or just resolutions to certain situations that still need to come. And that's going to bring you your new beginning. That's going to put you towards the path that you want. Some of you guys might be looking for your soul purpose or a higher purpose or something of more emotional fulfilling. And it's like, it's coming. But you have to give up that fear. You have to let go of those worst case scenarios in your mind. You have the 6 of Gabriel coming up for you. And it says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. So you do have success coming for you. You do have triumph and forward movement, whether this is on a professional level or whether this is with your personal level. If you have been trying to work out a difficult situation, like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna learn new ways of being grounded and centered within yourself. So you're doing the right things. You have 4 of Raphael, which is 4 of Cups, and it says seek other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. And this 4 of Raphael is again this card of like disillusioned, of disappointment, and it's a heavier emotion that is running your life, like the feeling of like something's missing and it's weighing on you. But again, being very mindful of how your own thinking mind is keeping you stuck in that, and how there are still situations that need healing that are going to help release you from that. A lot of awareness of your emotions. That's why you're being asked no action, no forcing, no rushing, no bulldozing through anything. This is a time to get very centered with yourself as well. And you have 7 of Raphael, and you're going to have those options come up for you. And it says time to make a decision, be clear on what you want and take action, a need for detoxification. So this to me is talking more about like having some clarity, having some understanding, having some insight about what you like, about what you would want, about choices that you could possibly make or take to bring you or align you more with a new beginning that you've been wanting. So again, this season, this lunar cycle is a lot about self-awareness, no rushing, no forcing, no rash movements or actions, and being aware of your own fears, allowing yourself to heal so that you can just get present and get centered and reconnected to yourself. All right, I'm going to pull one chakra card to close out your reading. And this is Stiptite. It is a heart and crown chakra stone. Of course it is. It is for clarity, peace, and dreaming. It says Stiptite is a stone of love, bliss, joy, and calming frequencies. It opens you to receive the universe's infinite love and also helps you accurately interpret your dreams. You have pulled this card because you need deep self-love and to pay more attention to the messages you receive in dream state. Meditate with Stiptite to feel blissful, balanced, and insightful. And I do think this is talking about both of these energies. Again, you have like a three messages of connecting to your intuition, connecting to that crown chakra, clearing that crown chakra so you can get that upgrade, so you can be more centered in your higher self. And the heart chakra is talking about all the healing and cleansing that's going to be transpiring for you should you allow it. And as a reward, I was like, there's money and new beginnings coming for you. All right, group 3, Peridot. I'm going to leave it right there. I hope these messages were helpful to you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful new moon, and we'll see you guys in January. All right, bye. Hello, group 4, those of you that picked the Stone of Celestite. I work with Celestite when I'm setting the intention to connect with my guides or to welcome more peace into my life. But I invite you guys to do your own research on what that crystal means for your own personal learning and understanding. All right. For those of you that are new, I've already pre-shuffled and meditated with all the decks so that we can get started right away. All right. At the center of your reading, you have surrendered to spirit. It says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So, if some of you guys might be going through a difficult situation or wanting to accomplish something, or just life in general, can you allow yourself to surrender to spirit? Some of you guys might be going through spiritual awakenings at this time as well. Now I've got surrender, the habit of people pleasing. Three out of the 4 groups have pulled this card. It says, surrender your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So this card here is to remind you to put yourself first, to put your own needs first. And I feel like because it's on the right side, you already know this, but you're again being acknowledged or reminded, especially as we shift into these holidays and all these astrological energies going on, to fill your own cup first, to make sure that when you're making choices that they are in service of you and beneficial to you, instead of doing things just to please others, instead of doing things to not rock the boat or not cause problems, right? But it's coming at the sacrifice of probably your own emotions or your own well-being. On a subconscious level, you have surrendered to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us. In the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. And so to me, this is talking about allowing yourself to step into your full potential, allowing yourself to make space for the more magical parts of you to shine through, to be aware of where you damper yourself, of where you maybe even make yourself smaller for other people. To allow yourself to see yourself as the Creator sees you. Required for resolution is surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. It's like, can you allow yourself to trust? Can you allow and create space for spirit to move through, to live a more charmed life, to live a life of synchronicities, to live a life of where you find yourself constantly amazed by how things are working out for you, versus being in a space of having to figure it all out, versus being in a space of feeling alone, versus being in a space of maybe even pessimism, like, well, who knows how long something is going to take, right? It's almost like being very mindful of your thoughts, but really allowing yourself to let a higher power come through and sweep you off your feet. And on the other side of this, you have surrendered to creativity. Let your own imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And so by allowing or creating space for a higher power to come through, it's going to open up your creativity. It's going to give you solutions that you might not have thought of. It's going to make you feel more energized, and it's going to bring that like sunniness back to your inner persona. But this is a choice you have to make, to allow yourself to receive guidance, to allow yourself to allow magic in your life, even seeing yourself as a magical being. This is a choice that you need to make within yourself. And the same goes for choosing to no longer put others before you. Let's pull more tarot to clarify these energies. Alright, so the cards on the left are energies that are being surrendered, and the cards on the right are energies coming up. At the center of your reading, you have the Ten of Pentacles as being released, and you have the Ace of Pentacles that's coming up. So some of you guys might be really worried about money. Some of you guys might have lost a lot of money, might have been feeling financially stressed. But it's gonna be okay, because there's like a brand new opportunity and money coming up. It's almost like you had to let go of one, but we're gonna say, let's say this is a job. It's like you had to let go of that one job for a new job to come in, or you had to let go of that source of income to allow for new opportunities to come in. And this is a very scary transition. This is a very uneasy transition, and that's why you're being asked to surrender it to spirit. Some of you guys might be feeling like you are stuck at a job and you want to leave it and you cannot wait for something new, and you just feel stuck, and you do have that new opportunity coming for you. But again, where can you allow spirit to come through and awe you and charm you instead of having to figure it out? I'm getting, if you could have figured it out, you would have figured it out by now. So you're being asked to operate in a different way. Being released is the Knight of Swords. Coming up for you is the Fool card. So we're releasing the Knight of Swords, and this is it's a very like hasty energy. It's a very thoughtless energy. It's a very like letting go of rushing through things, letting go of having to force anything, letting go of feeling like something's gonna get away from you. Any like anxiousness or uneasiness or energies that are looking to be let go of. And on the other side, you have the Fool card. If you can let go of putting others first, if you can allow yourself to put yourself first, it's gonna bring in like this brand new fresh energy for you, where you feel like you can go at this new beginning, where you feel like you're ready to start something new, you're ready to jump in head first, you're ready to take action, you're almost there. Being released is the Ten of Swords, and coming up for you is the Ace of Wands. So something has ended for you guys. For some of you guys, this could have been a dynamic within your family, like maybe there was an ending or a separation in family members. For others of you, this is talking about an ending in maybe even a long-term career. No bringing this back. For some of you, this might also be like the ending of a family. I did say family, ending of a family, but there is an ending that has happened and that's ready to be let go of and released. And that might be weighing heavily on you, but you have another shiny new beginning coming up for you. Very magical new beginning. Ace of Wands is a card of new passion, new ideas, new opportunity, new vitality. For some of you, this might be a new beginning in your health. For others of you, this is like a new soul purpose, new path that is opening up for you. So not only will it be a new source of income, it'll also bring in passion and joy and excitement and vitality. And with these three new beginnings, it's like, it's kind of like what you've been wanting for and wishing for so long. But it's gonna take like magic to help shift your energy, to wiggle out like the last old parts or old ways of being. Surrendering the Queen of Swords. Coming up for you is the Hermit. So this is letting go of any parts of you that might still be feeling defensive, any parts of you that might still be holding judgment or anger or resentment. towards a situation, towards family members, anything that might have ended. We are looking to let go of this. We are looking to allow for transformation and change to happen for you. In order to help shift you into this energy, you are being asked to retreat a little, or make time to retreat a little, to meditate, to pray, to connect with yourself, to reflect, to make sure that you are slowing down. If you were to make space to surrender your situation to Spirit, to Creator, God, however you reference it, how do you go about doing that? How do you let the universe know, all right, you have my permission to come in, and I'll step back and do my best to get out of the way, right? That often happens through ritual, through prayer. Everybody has their own practices, and if you don't, you might want to look into how you want to go about doing that. Releasing 5 of Pentacles. Coming up for you is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, any financial difficulties this ending might have brought for you, you won't be struggling for long. You won't be feeling financial burdens or financial pressures for very long. Some of you guys might have been feeling alone or unsupported, just feeling like you have to figure out everything for yourself, and you're not going to be in this energy for long. Even though we are shifting into winter months, there is new energy coming up for you. And some of you guys might be winter signs, and so this is a time for you guys to thrive, but it's okay if you're not. And you have the Wheel of Fortune coming up for you. It's like things are turning for the better. Whatever is being closed up over the next month, it's for the better. Things aren't going to be stagnant. You won't be struggling. There's change coming, right? And there's new creativity, new energy, new vitality that's coming up for you as well, in order to support this new beginning. All right, let's pull more tarot to clarify all these energies. Alright, we're going to look at the energies being released, and then we'll look at energies coming up. We are releasing the Sun, and so again, some of you guys might have been feeling like there's no hope, there's no light. The situation might have brought you down to your knees, feeling like all light and joy has been removed or just absent from your life. And you are being asked to surrender to Spirit when it comes to this situation. It could be one big situation or one specific situation, or it could just be a way of going through life where you might just be almost like zombieing through some days and wondering if this is all there is, or wondering if this is as good as it gets. But we're ready to let that go. You have surrendering the High Priestess, and this to me is talking about allowing yourself to surrender to your intuition, surrender to your higher self. Another way of saying surrender to Spirit, and it says powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So again, that push, that guidance to connect with yourself, to learn to trust yourself, to learn to trust your intuition. You have surrendering the wheel. And again, the wheel is about forward movements, new beginnings. And so this is talking about that ending, being very clear of what has ended in your life and how there is no revitalizing this situation, no bringing it back, no giving it another go, because it's been dampening your spirit. It's been clouding the truth of like who you really are. Yeah, you have the Four of Gabriel of being released. And so for some of you, again, we might be letting go of a family dynamic. Some of you guys might have been wanting like a new beginning in partnership or a new romantic connection. But again, we are letting this go. For others of you that it's nothing to do with romance, this is more talking about how you might have been feeling off balance, how you might be feeling like you don't quite have that stability that you would like or need to help you feel safe. But I'm getting that it's not always talking about financial stability, understanding how you can still feel grounded and stable and safe irregardless. Yeah, Four of Michael is being released. It says insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek release from stress. Again, we're letting go of all that sadness, letting go of feeling unstable, letting go of just any difficulty that you might be going through. And this is, I think, a third or fourth card now that is talking about meditation, of quiet, of peace, of contemplation. All right, coming up for you is the card of solutions. It says success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So again, this is talking about allowing yourself to be patient, allowing yourself to surrender. This is a tempering of your emotions, of coming back into balance with yourself, of learning to have stability, emotional stability for yourself as well. Coming up for you is the Seven of Ariel, and it says you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. And so for those of you that this has to do with like a financial goal or a financial goal, or if you've been working on a project or you've been trying to manifest something, Seven of Ariel is talking about being patient. There is progress being made. It's coming. It's slowly but surely. Like, don't give up on that project. And again, there is new beginnings that are coming up for you as well. You have Five of Michael coming up on a subconscious level, which is Five of Swords. And this says, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Again, we are talking about an ending that has happened or is happening, and letting it go, allowing yourself to move away from that, allowing yourself to treasure and value yourself, to see your own magic, to see your own worth, to understand how special and valuable you are, and how you don't need to continue to stay stuck in whatever the situation is. You have the 8 of Gabriel coming up for you, which is 8 of Wands. It says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So with this card here, I'm getting you won't be in this space for long. It's like the situation that you're leaving in the past is difficult, but you are going to have that forward movement. You are going to move ahead. You are going to be successful. You just need a little introspection. You need to trust yourself. You need to connect to your higher self, connect to spirit. I'm like, it's a repetitive message at this point, but it keeps coming up. And on the other side, you have the moon coming up. And it says the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And again, the message of intuition and spirit has been coming up again and again. And so just because you don't know where this is leading you, or you don't know what it's going to fully look like when it's manifested, or you don't have the full vision, you're being asked to trust. You're being asked to go with your flow. They're being asked to just go with it. Allow yourself to go with it. Allow yourself to let go of that heavier energy so that you can shift into a space of living with more awe and more magic in your life. All right. I'm going to pull one chakra card to close out the reading. It is Rainbow Moonstone. It is third eye and crown chakra. It is about optimism, vitality, inner peace. It says Rainbow Moonstone awakens the rainbow body and the light within, kindling your life force energy and spreading harmony throughout your aura. You'll pull this card because you are in need of enthusiasm, self-appreciation, and deeper alignment. Meditate with Rainbow Moonstone to embrace your inner peace, achieve chakra alignment, and experience a newfound joy in life. So again, because it is talking about crown chakra and heart chakra energies, allowing yourself to heal, to let go, to connect. For some of you guys, this might be a spiritual, again, a spiritual awakening, or an invitation to connect and operate in a different way. But you might be fighting it a little bit. But I would say if you can anchor into these new beginnings and these new energies that are coming up for you as almost like inspiration to keep going, to keep letting go, to maybe take that leap of faith and like, well, what would happen if I were just to trust? But again, very connected to your intuition, very connected to yourself. This is a time of learning to trust a higher power, learning to trust yourself, learning to trust the energies that come through for you guys in the midst of difficulty, fear, and change. All right, group 4. I hope these messages were helpful to you. Have a wonderful new moon and holidays, and we'll see you guys at the next new moon in January. Bye-bye.